Hey, there's your Wisconsin wine guy. We are back with another wine review, and this is going out to one of my subscribers who were requesting that I do some low alcohol wines. I have some low alcohol wines that I've done review in 24 and possibly 23, in addition to NA wines. So I'm going to put on this low alcohol wine for them and for others who may be interested. So for those who are new, I select wines that you can find where you shop for wine. Liquor store, grocery store, some wine shops. I give them a taste, give you my opinion with the infamous thumb rating system. Thumbs up says I recommend this wine. Can't go wrong. You know what? It's a good everyday drinking wine. 3/4. This is a wine I would share with my friends. It's decent. It's palatable. So I would share this with my friends, and I would drink this at a party if that's all they had. Halfway. Something about that wine did not work for my palate. Doesn't make it a bad wine, but I want you to taste it and let the rest of us know what you think. Thumbs down, always an easy one, right? Get that wine out of here. And every now and then, there's the infamous double thumbs up. You see that wine comes highly recommended. And it's probably a wine that's going to be age-worthy, but a double thumbs up wine doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be an age-worthy wine. It's just hit the thumbs up because of its quality, its style, its structure. Everything is just perfect for my palate. But you taste it. Let us know. Right? So now, here we go. Kim Crawford. Who doesn't know Kim Crawford? And how many of you thought Kim Crawford was a woman? Well, many years ago, I thought Kim Crawford was a woman, but Kim Crawford is not a woman. So Kim Crawford wines are known for their Sauvignon Blanc out of Marlborough, New Zealand. It's one of those popular wines, and you see it everywhere now. But Kim Crawford moved into another category. It's been there for a minute now. So this is going to be vintage 2022, and this is going to be the Kim Crawford Illuminate. Illuminate. Now the Illuminate line, it's going to look like this. The Illuminate line is going to be lower alcohol. So typically, what, 13.5%, maybe 14, but 13.5% on regular Sauvignon Blanc. This is going to be almost half that. So it's just coming down to 7% alcohol. In addition to that, it is 70 calories per serving. All right, so they're giving you all the best of all the both worlds for those looking for low alcohol, low calorie wine. This Illuminate wine also, it utilizes, well, if you're familiar with, I did some videos on that with NA wines, how it goes through a couple of different processes that can be utilized to remove the alcohol from the wine. But this uses one of those processes, the spinning process. But instead of removing all the wine, they remove a portion of the wine, bringing the alcohol down low, but not disturbing its natural characteristics. So Sauvignon Blanc. So here we go. Screw cap. Now, I did find that the Kim Crawford Illuminate also comes in a rosé. I need to find that so I can taste that too. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't know if I would like a low alcohol wine. Well, this is not like NA wines, in which NA wines can run, well, I guess you can find lesser quality and low alcohol wines as well. But NA wines run the gamut, those that pretty much taste like rehydrated grape must, and those that actually go through the process of making wine and then utilizing one of those technical methods to remove the alcohol but not remove its natural characteristics. So we're going to find out how well Kim Crawford did with making their low alcohol wine. Illuminate. So, does it smell like a Sauvignon Blanc? Let's find out. And it does smell like a Sauvignon Blanc. Now, compared to the Kim Crawford itself, it's a little subtle on the nose, but definitely Sauvignon Blanc, where you get grapefruit, grass, with some melon notes in the background. Ooh, minerality here too. If you really take it in, you get some of that the mineral nose to it, like the smell of water over a rock. Okay, wow, nice. So it passed the nose test. That's a good sign so far. Now, two-step process. What are we tasting for? Acidity. No acidity, no play. All right. Hopefully they didn't strip away a lot of the acidity. The acidity is there. Then I'm going to taste it on the second sip and give you my opinion. Here we go. Acidity is there for sure. Acidity is definitely there. Now, for the taste. I'm going to taste it again because there was something going on here. Not in a bad way, but there was something going on here. Here we go. All right. So, you definitely can tell the difference that the alcohol is a lot less. Okay? Definitely can tell that. I like its juiciness. Right? It has a nice, it tastes just like a Crawford Sauvignon Blanc, but lighter for sure. It is definitely lighter for sure. It is lighter on the palate. It's very crisp. You know, we always talk about, Sauvignon Blanc crisp or so white. It's crisp, refreshing. This is definitely that. This is the kind of wine that can get you in a lot of trouble because it drinks. It drinks so smooth and it's so light. I can see this going with quite a few different dishes. So, the Crawford, Illuminate, Sauvignon Blanc, low alcohol, less calories. I'm going to give this a double thumbs up. It's rare if I have to look back and see if I ever give it any low alcohol wine a double thumbs up. But this, I have to say, it tastes just like the original. No, with this I have to say that it did a good job with this one. Doesn't skip on the essence of Sauvignon Blanc. Its flavor profile doesn't skip on the acidity. But what I do like about it is it is very refreshing. I put this right in the refrigerator. It is very refreshing. It doesn't weigh you down. Some may think that it's missing some elements because it's less alcohol, but and it went through that centrifuge process, and it's taking away some of the alcohol, which does strip away some of its elements, but I think that this is a pretty good job. Double thumbs up because I can probably finish this whole bottle tonight, but I'm not. Such a Wisconsin wine guy. Double thumbs up again for the Crawford 2022 Illuminate. And I'm going to see you next time. I'm going to see if I can find something to eat with this. Ciao!